problems in South Africa in terms of economics comes from the white community.
Okay.
And I'm quite bold in saying this. It comes from white minority capitalists. I like what you have here, the power of people developing people. We need to reproduce good people. And once we reproduce good people, we obviously educate people and say, Ubuntu that we talk about.
Yeah.
Ubuntu mustn't be on the surface where people are just saying, it's Ubuntu, but we do nothing to help men.
Yeah.
It's a system that we're dealing with. And this system needs to be vaporized. Okay? This system needs to be crushed completely. This system, we need to go to the root and uproot it. And as long as we don't uproot it, we're going to have the same problems that we're having in South Africa over and over and again.
It's all about influence. So please, can we not patronize them?
Today we're talking a subject that I think people don't want to talk about. We can talk politics, we can talk business, but we don't want to really touch on these thorny issues because they speak to us first before they speak to other people. Moral regeneration lesson. And today I have somebody interesting. The king of talk is known Facebook, TikTok, and I think all social media. And then he's going to be sharing his insight and his passion on what he does. Denesh, how are you, man?
I'm good, thanks yourself, Emmanuel.
All right. The king of talk, let's start there. How did you get to be a king of talk?
Before I proceed, I just want to thank Emmanuel for getting me onto the show and the team. I appreciate being here. But nonetheless, King of Talk originated from my personal struggles.
Okay.
And I've actually evolved into being a motivational speaker.
All right.
But I'm very strong in terms of correcting South Africa. I want to see people succeed and prosper in our country.
Yeah.
But in order for people to succeed and prosper, I like what you have here, the power of people developing people. We need to reproduce good people. And once we reproduce good people, we obviously educate people and say, Ubuntu that we talk about.
Yeah.
Ubuntu mustn't be on the surface where people are just saying, it's Ubuntu, but we do nothing to help mankind. Incidentally, when you help mankind, it does wonders for your health.
Yeah.
And we have a mountainous problem in terms of people's health, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people are struggling with high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, multiple facets of sicknesses in their bodies. And, a simple thing like kindness can bring healing into your system. A simple thing like goodness can bring health to your system. A simple thing like being jovial and being happy brings healing to your body. And to be quite frank with you, Emmanuel, as society, we will never be happy if we are selfish.
True. I believe that.
Selfishness is a big problem in South Africa.
Yeah.
It's a big problem in the Indian community, in the colored community, in the white community, in the black community.
Yeah.
We need to change this narrative in South Africa and tell people if we are going to repair the country, because the country is very damaged.
Yeah.
We have to teach people that you must be courteous to your fellow man. Instead of jumping in the taxi and having an argument with your counterpart, just rather greet the person, a stranger. Just be kind. If you have 2 sweets in your pocket, give the guy one sweet.
Okay, before we get there, because I know one thing that I liked about you, the first time I met you, it's there's a concept that talk is cheap.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I realized that when you spoke, it was passion.
Thank you.
When I checked you on TikTok, and I realized that yes, like this guy doesn't just talk.
Yes.
He's not just the king of talk. He goes out there and he acts.
100%.
And I just wanted to know. I know that you said it comes from your struggle.
Yes.
But what is this thing that bothered you so much? Because I think it doesn't make you sleep. What is this thing that bothered you so much and caused you to say, I need to go out there and I need to be shining my light?
I think it's a calling. I personally believe that the Creator has given every man and woman on this earth a calling. And when you discover your calling, it brings passion to you.
Yeah.
Now, some people are the walking dead.
Okay.
They got no zest for life. They got no passion for life because either they haven't discovered their craft,
yeah,
or they know their calling, but they've elected to suppress their calling.
Okay.
And that, in my view, causes death whilst you're alive.
Oh, okay. Now I feel you. Now, the main question today.
Sure.
In your understanding, when you talk about morals, what are we talking about? Before we can even get to regenerating these morals, to you, the concept of morals, what are we talking about?
Well, morals is, in a nutshell, it's doing the right thing.
Okay.
It's having integrity.
Yeah.
It's having love in your heart.
Okay.
It's having kindness, gentleness,
okay,
goodness.
Yeah.
The good book speaks about it.
Yeah.
And there's so many other things that goes with it. For example, we have a huge crisis. It's a conundrum, if you want to call it, of corruption in South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
That most policemen, when they stop you, and if you were speeding or your disc has expired, they will ask you for code ring.
Yeah.
Or they'll say, come, let's talk. Now, I've had those incidents in my life.
Yeah.
And I've told policemen, you rather write the ticket for me, even if it's 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
And can I tell you from experience, 99% of the time they left me.
They never write it. Yeah.
They left me.
It's so bad. And I hate saying this one here.
Sure.
It's so bad that somebody said, that is the state of policing that we have. That the police are lazy to do what is right.
Sure.
And they can rather do anything,
yes,
to increase their pocket.
Yes.
So if we say write me, or in a case where you say arrest me, for him it's or her it's a administrative issue that is trying by all means to get away from, and that is sad. That is sad.
Absolutely.
I mean, just adding on what you're saying, and I'm thinking now that what you, especially because of you raised this issue of political corruption in the country.
That's right.
What do you think caused this? Because I mean, we all in our spaces try to fight with this, and I'll probably give you an angle. And I'm thinking pre-94.
Yes.
That there was some form of unity, even if we didn't see things the same.
Sure.
I mean, I always say that there were parties that wanted white people to go to the sea and say, let's get rid of them. And others said, no, we can live in peace. Others said, no, let's do a revised apartheid. We need them here, but we need to head them.
Yes.
But all of us came together to say, but we need to change the status quo.
100%.
Right. How did we get united and have one mind and get to 94, skip over 94, and find ourselves where we are? What do you think caused it?
Well, you see, people, or I need to say this actually.
Yeah. Feel free.
All the problems in South Africa in terms of economics comes from the white community.
Okay.
And I'm quite bold in saying this. It comes from white minority capitalists. Now, Mr. Julius Malema, that's one of his favorite phrases to say white minority capitalists.
Yeah.
However, the bulk of the country doesn't understand what he's saying at times, but he's totally correct in what he's saying.
Maybe let's break it down.
Yes. So essentially, white minority capitalists has caused all these problems. If you look at Soweto, for example, and you go back into the days of the gold rush and so forth,
yes,
you will find that the Oppenheimers influenced Soweto being built.
Yes.
Instead of the Oppenheimers thinking, let's empower the people from Soweto, let's empower our employees. Come on, Emmanuel, you're making $1 billion, for example. $1 billion, take cognizance of that, right? That's 18 billion rand.
Yeah.
If I was the Oppenheimers and I made 18 billion, for example, I know they got far more wealth than that, right? But I'm just giving an example.
An example, yeah.
So let's come back, like I'm saying, 18 billion rands. If I give 1 billion rand to my staff to empower them, how will that make me poor, Emmanuel? How will that make me broke?
I usually think that if you empower me,
Yes.
you are not ensuring that you'll get the same amount, if not greater profit tomorrow. So you better leave me there so that you can keep on profiting.
Yeah, but you see, that's like you should be speaking of moral regeneration. Yeah. That's a hot issue.
It is.
It's an issue of greed. Mm-hmm. It's an issue of selfishness. It's an issue of destruction, and some of these capitalists, they don't understand that what they are doing is causing havoc, and that same havoc will come back and bite somebody in their that's part of their lineage, rather.
Yeah.
You see, so a man that's sensible, a man that's intelligent, a man that has a proper heart for empowerment will say, you know what, I will still be wealthy, but simultaneously, whilst I'm empowering my people, I'm building a strong nation.
Yeah.
And when you build a strong nation, no one will want to come and kill you, Emmanuel.
No.
If you're one of those capitalists. Think about what I'm saying to you.
Makes sense.
Yes.
It makes good sense.
Yes.
And on the other hand, I'm thinking, as you are raising this, that you state one part in saying the white minority capital created this.
Yes.
And I'm thinking the same kind of thinking amongst black people as per South African definition, which includes Indian, Chinese, and stuff like that. We have the same hate amongst ourselves as well.
Yes.
Which would you say that this kind of immorality is being inherited from those who have actually built the grounds of this country?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, look, I repeat myself, and I have to say it. It stems from colonialism, imperialism, and definitely white minority capitalists.
Yeah.
So, practically speaking, they have done this long time ago before you and I were born.
Yeah.
It's a system that we're dealing with. And this system needs to be vaporized.
Okay.
This system needs to be crushed completely. This system, we need to go to the root and uproot it. And as long as we don't uproot it, we're going to have the same problems that we're having in South Africa over and over and again. The issues that we are contending with right now is affecting every race in SA.
Yeah.
And it's a major problem of crime. It's a major problem of poverty and the exacerbation of the problems with poverty.
Yeah.
It's a major problem with the crisis that we're having with the health system and so forth, between foreigners and locals. But as far as I'm concerned, that is not the issue between the foreigners and the locals.
Okay.
The issue is the system.
Yeah.
The system, pardon me, the system has to be eradicated.
Yeah.
Because when we get the system and we rebuild our nation, like you said, before we got onto set, 20 years, I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's give it 20 years to be realistic. But once we're doing that, we can start to build a nation swiftly. And lots of people can be empowered. You know, if you look at places like the Northern Cape, I was told that apparently some people eat bark because they got no money. That's how much of poverty. We're talking South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, you take small towns and small places, people are suffering on another level. And we've got our government that just gives false promises to society and does not keep to it.
Yeah.
And that, once again, is a huge morality issue. If you give your word, you should keep to your word.
Yes.
You know, you and I spoke a little bit, and we spoke via WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I've got here, we agreed at 12 o'clock, I've got here 2 minutes to 12. That's morality, man.
Yes.
I said to your colleague that, you know, I need to leave for my place.
Yeah.
by quarter past.
Yeah.
You guys arrange that, you're on the ball. That's morality. Now we need to practice this in South Africa. We need to teach people once again. We can't just talk and be all over the show, but there's no
real action or action. Yeah.
You know, Refilwe Monacheng, I must mention his name. He told me he's the SG of the Soweto network.
Yeah.
And apparently there's 500,000 members.
Yeah.
And I like what he says because he repeats himself with this. I take him as a friend right now. You know, we speak a lot, by the way. And Refilwe says, Denesh, I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver.
Yes, that's the thing.
That's Refilwe's words.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
Yeah.
So his attitude is, I rather underpromise and overdeliver.
That's correct.
Notwithstanding what I've said, the man delivers because we are into business together. You see, apart from the social stuff that we want to do, you know, today I was thinking of something and I realized, you know, we can create a fund where we, and I'm going to speak to Refilwe about it.
Yeah.
Where we can get 100 guys, let's say from Soweto, and let's say we put 10 million into that fund, and we can divide it by 100 people, 100,000 rand, and we teach our people how to succeed in business.
Yes.
Because it doesn't help if I give you, you know, the saying that's very, very common. You know, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, let's zero in on teaching a man to fish. That's another issue in South Africa. I look at some of our black people that have succeeded. Some of them have made millions and they lost it. And I'll tell you why they lost it. Because there wasn't proper teaching of how do I maintain the riches and wealth.
And I think one of the worst things in those millions that I've made, I always argue this point on. I think the tender system killed us.
Sure.
Because the tender system promises you easy money if you know the right people.
Correct.
But it doesn't promise you, or it doesn't give you the required training of gaining money gradually and having to know how to manage it.
Correct.
And we have people who got tenders and they were known everywhere because of they could spend, but they could never be sustained. And I think that's one other thing that kind of killed us when you're talking about that point. But I was touched again, probably going back a little, when you spoke about the need for us to get rid of the system.
Correct.
You know, that makes all of these immoral thing to rise, and now it's an infection that just infects everyone in the country.
Yes.
Looking at the status quo now, I think we cannot deny that our communities are collapsing. And
I think it's already collapsed.
Are collapsing at a very fast rate.
Sure.
Now it's no longer drugs because of we saw drugs coming in and we said our communities are collapsing.
Yes.
And the level of violence that just comes from schools, from primary schools.
Yes.
Kids with knives, with guns, weapons. Teachers are afraid to teach. Communities, there's gun violence, and I'm looking at this and I said, what is it that you think needs to be done? Can the change of government do it, or do we need something completely different from what we are used to?
Look, government influences the country.
Okay.
Undoubtedly.
Okay.
So government plays a pivotal role in education in this country. Government plays, or supposed to play, a crucial role in terms of morality.
Okay.
Now, when you talk about youngsters carrying knives and guns, that is another serious problem in this country.
Oh, of course.
And lots of it is starting from their homes. Yes. Because we also have so many mothers and fathers that are despondent to the point of they can't make ends meet.
Yeah.
Hence, not every one of them is trained psychologically of how to circumvent these problems in their psyche.
Yeah.
Consequently, there is no father and mother figure at home. So bear in mind, if a child grows up from 5, 6, 7, and he comes home and his father is passed out on the sofa from alcoholism, or from alcohol rather, or being high on drugs, the child is not at a stage where he knows what's right and wrong fully.
Yeah.
And this is the problems that we are faced with in South Africa. But I want to zero in. It comes back again to the system.
Okay.
Because the system is increasing poverty in South Africa.
You're saying it like you're saying the system intentionally.
Intentionally.
Okay.
Intentionally. They are not timid about it.
Yeah.
And some of the fools that are in positions and power, I have to repeat myself.
Yeah.
They are selfish. They are selfish. Because, I believe in the law of reciprocity.
Yeah.
The law of what a man sows, a man shall reap. And when you get into the science of the universe, pardon me, it's a fact.
Yeah, it is.
If you do good, good shall come back to you.
Yes.
You do evil, evil shall come back to you.
I'm reminded, I don't know who said this, but at some point somebody was saying something about I stand to be corrected.
Sure.
But I think it's this whole what's this thing that the president has done now?
The dialogue.
The dialogue.
Dialogue. Yes.
Yeah, the dialogue. I think it's I might be I stand to be corrected. 100 and something million rands that needs to be spent on that. And he says you have a 60 to 65 million South Africans now, currently.
Yes.
And let's just say you can cut probably 5 million of those and say these are well-off South Africans, and you can give probably 60 million South African a million rand each. From looking at 160 something, you still have 100 million rands to spend. And you are talking about levels of poverty that are unprecedented in this country.
Yes.
Where people need to go out and hunt for food and probably eat as a community rather than as a family in order to survive.
Yes.
And the country can spend 165 million in the dialogue.
Apparently it's about, I think, 750 million.
Oh, 750?
Yes. Yes, I think it's about 750 million. But Emmanuel, I want to say that the government has the power to rescue every person in this country. I'm talking economically.
And a real rescue, not 370.
Now that's playing with people's lives. What can you do with 370, Emmanuel? The other issues we're having is the stinginess is growing in this country. And the reason why it's growing is because most people don't have enough for themselves.
Okay.
They don't have enough for their families. How do they give one of their counterparts 10 rand or 20 rand or 30 rand? You see? So that's causing lots of animosity.
Yeah.
That's causing huge trouble for the country as well.
Okay.
Because if the economy is prosperous, the economy, I like to liken it like a body.
Okay.
If the circulatory system is not functioning to its optimum level, there's a thing called anticoagulant and coagulant.
Okay.
So if something is coagulant, it causes the thickness of the blood.
Okay.
So we have the thickness of the economy.
Yeah.
That's not causing free flow monies in the system. And many businessmen can attest. We can speak for hours on what I'm talking about. We can speak for days on what I'm talking about. And that causes the heart of the economy to crush.
Okay.
It's a heart attack of an economy, if I want to put it to you. I like to say things that's thought provoking. I like to say things that the masses don't think of. But if you look at it explicitly, what I'm saying is 100% factual.
Okay.
And this scenario that we have currently in the country is the deadness of the economy. And we need to resurrect this economy, Emmanuel.
Okay. How do we get to that? I think we've worked out that poverty is the main thing that causes all this illness that we find in our community.
100%.
And I think we've worked out that poverty in this country is intentional.
100%.
It's not because of the country is poor.
Absolutely.
And cannot afford.
Absolutely.
But that somehow the system makes it to be like that for whatever benefit.
Yes.
How do we, the people, come together or I don't know if I should put the people in here, but what do you think should be the solution? What should we be doing to make sure that we secure this country for the next 50 years?
The people definitely have to stand together.
Okay.
When I say stand together, I'm talking about Indians, coloreds, blacks, and whites. I don't want to go too much on this subject, but even the average white man and the poor white man is affected by the same system that the white minority capitalist has created. And a lot of those guys, unfortunately, don't understand that, and they vote the same guys into the system.
Yeah.
They vote the people like the DA that's part of the system. And I've got a problem with that.
Yeah.
So we need, once we stand together, because remember, the majority of people are working class people, whites, Indians, coloreds, blacks. They're not business people.
Yes, that's right.
So if you get the people together, we can get 90% of the country together.
Of course, yes.
We can vote the ANC government out of power. Because if the head is not right of a nation,
I hear you.
The whole nation rots.
I have to ask though, because I'm tempted on this one. Is there a political party currently and a political party to come that can actually have an interest for the people? I have to confess, I have given up on political parties.
Well, to be quite honest to you, I don't blame you for saying that you've given up on political parties.
Yeah.
I'm very clued up on politics myself. I personally have a vision to start a political party.
Okay.
Maybe I must ponder on calling it something else.
Yeah.
I have an ambition to correct this country. And if God willing, if I have to become the leader of this nation, I will never tolerate poverty in this country.
Okay.
I will never tolerate one child go to bed hungry. I will never put up with drugs in this country. I will never put up with crime in this country. I will never put up with hatred in this country. Racism will be crushed from the head.
You know, I know that I said let's get to solutions, but I keep on going back because there's holes that I have to
go for it
before we can continue. You know what you're saying.
Sure.
I can probably take it word by word and grab a speech that somebody said probably 10, 20 years ago that, you know, when we get into power.
Yes, I understand that.
We can never stand this. And now they're in power. It's like, what happened, bro?
Yes.
We kind of remember saying when you get into power, these will not happen. And like, they are worse than what they were before.
Sure.
But my question is not, I think my question to you, because we're not really having a formal and whatever conversation, is what do you think is causing all these political parties that when they are in power, they kind of miss the way?
It's a hard issue again. You see what you mentioned earlier on, and I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
And people say that.
Yeah.
They even say that to me on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, everybody says that when we'll do this and we'll do that until you come into power.
Yeah.
Now, you see, even Christ, Jesus Christ, was more intrigued in the heart of a man that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not the outward appearance so much.
Of course.
And so in the heart of men and women, when a lot of people have made that statement, you know, when we come into power, we'll do this and we do that, and they fail, they were not sincere when they made that statement.
Of course.
That's your problem. Now, I don't expect people to believe me and to say what makes you different from them.
Yeah.
But I know my heart and I know I'm different from that.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, I'm very serious about what I'm saying. Because I have a love for our country as well. And I must say that South Africa, Emmanuel, is an absolutely beautiful place.
Yeah.
We have, you know, the different races and the cultures makes things unique. I mean, if I go into, you know, a Zulu festival, it's something different from, but that's enjoyable, yes. And so let's say if Zulu music is playing, for example, that beat can get your, look, I'm not one of those guys that's into dancing and all that, but it can get your feet moving, you know what I'm saying? So if I go into maybe like the Sotho people or the Bakhatla people or the Bapong people or the Bapalani Bakrondal people or the Vendas or the Xhosas, I think music is the same language in my view.
Exactly.
So that's what makes the country, you know, the variety of it. You see, when you look at the Creator as well, when he made mankind, he's not boring. I'm going to tell you that. If he was boring, he would have made one race. So when God made the black man, the Indian man, the colored man, the white man, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Russian, the Scottish, you name it, you can go on and on and on. God made the races. He didn't make one race to belittle another race.
Exactly.
Humanity must be on the same level field. And that must be also dealt with. But it comes back to morality, like what we're talking about.
I hear you using the word morality, and quoting the Bible. The usual word that I usually use is that's the power of sin.
Sure.
You know, where sin is, nothing will ever be right.
We need to try and fix the heart of a man, but trying to fix the heart of the man, each person has to take responsibility for that.
Of course. And I think absolutely get into that. And I think that's one of the things that is a problem in this country, that people don't want to take responsibility. They think, people who know me and in my circle, they know that, well, number one, I've given up on political parties.
I understand.
I'm a believer.
Sure.
That political parties have killed more black people than apartheid government had.
It's factual.
People are still killing other people for political seats.
It's factual.
That if the structure was different, there wouldn't be so much murderers.
Correct.
But people would kill other people just to gain certain positions or get a certain tender. And if we cut off political parties in that, people will never have the reason to actually be hunting people down like they're animals. So my thing is,
you see, Emmanuel, if people learn to understand that if you give your commitment and you keep to it, we understand a tree is known by its fruit.
Yes.
The country will trust you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Beyond a shadow of doubt, if there was ever a political party in this country that kept 100% to their word, they would rule this country. Because the people will trust them. You see?
And that is in the do's and don'ts.
Sure.
That means when the leader says we will do this, they do. And when they say we will never do this, they never do.
Yes. That's right. You must remember something, the emotions causes those sicknesses. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We need a transformation of the human mind. Now, excuse me, the good book once again speaks about it, and it's found in Romans 12:2. It says, don't be conformed to the pattern of this world. Take notice, it says a pattern. There's patterns in this world. We're talking about systems and a system. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's the same thing that I'm talking about. God Almighty understood that fully. And I can tell you, undoubtedly, all the problems of mankind is in the heart of man.
Well, thank you very much on that one. And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
For those who want to get in contact with you, how do they get hold of you?
Well, I'm known as King of Talk on TikTok. You can either DM me or you can comment on my videos. We are going to do a lot of content, by the way.
Okay.
And we have, like I said, I'm actually very ambitious.
Okay.
I want to do a lot of good for our country, Emmanuel. I want to see a lot of young black men, black women succeed. I want to see a lot of people from the colored community succeed. I want to see some of the poor people from the Indian community succeed. I want to see the average white man and the poor white man also rise. But they need to understand, don't vote that same system that's keeping you average. And this is something that I need to say. The petrol price affects every race.
Yes. Whether you have a car or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that petrol price was increased by the system.
Yeah.
The same system that some of you guys have voted in.
Well, I have to say this as we close. My wish today is that you might be talking to a future president.
Thank you.
Or a future leader that is going to transform communities, because we really need to see our young girls and young guys standing up and being free.
Sure.
As you just spoken, and
yes,
we can build better communities moving forward. Thank you very much, my king.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you, Manuel. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you.
Power of people together.